So I just got done reading a shitty webcomic that I found, and I don't know how I found it, but I'm very annoyed right now. After reading this comic, which is unfinished mind you, God, I don't want to know how long it would have been if it were finished, I can safely say that this sucks. Holy shit, I couldn't even tell you what was going on. And I read the whole thing 3 times, and I still barely know what's happening. Immediate issues have to do with the unnecessary comedy violence. I think in the first few pages, Skullboy's little brother, whatever the hell his name is, because I probably forgot, attacks a mailman for, I think, comedy. I mean, it was kind of structured in the way of a joke, but it isn't funny at all. It's not funny because nobody cares about when he kills the mailman, and the mailman reacts in the most predictable way ever. Maybe if Skullboy's younger brother came inside with the mailman's skull on a stick and Skullboy reacted with disgust or surprise, then if done right it could have been funny, but he just acts like it's normal. This happens all the time, and I seriously can't tell if it's supposed to be funny or not, or if the creator just wanted to make violence. Here's another example. What's the joke? He shoots the bunny zombie, I think it's a zombie, for his sister's super or whatever, and I couldn't tell if this was a joke or not the first time I saw this. I think it was for shock value, I'm not too sure. I thought that this was an actual important part of the plot, but no, this goes nowhere. The next freaking page is his little brother dancing to Static, which is also unfunny. Alright, let's talk about some other aspects that are necessary to the story. First off, the important characters. I should probably talk about our protagonist, Skullboy himself. He's extremely easy to anger, violent, and is generally an asshole to everybody that he talks to. He doesn't care about what's happening unless it directly has to do with him or if he has to do something. He's also impatient, irrational, and does whatever he wants to immediately, even if it hurts someone else or one of his friends. This is just what I got from the first few pages of reading it for the 3rd time. In other words, he's unlikable. Having an unlikable protagonist is the worst kind of mistake that you can make, because it makes the audience not want to root for them, even though they are the character that the story revolves around. Psycho Kid, which I just remembered the name of, is he does whatever the hell the plot needs him to do, honestly. Half the shit he does is basically for no reason, or ones that make no sense, and they have no explanation or no good one. I doubt that any kids have eaten Legos successfully, intentionally, or not intentionally, and I doubt that it would do anything like this to you. These could be some sort of special Legos made of special material, but that isn't stated. Moving on, his sister LDG, fucking stupid ass name like everybody in this comic, is basically a caring type character for her siblings and shit, but she's more evil and violent, I guess, like literally everyone in this comic. I'm tired, man. I'm running off of annoyance. The last important character is Demon Child, who has weird ass origins. He comes to the earth for an unexplained reason, then he kills 2 people for their clothes, again with the unnecessary violence. He's also super duper gay or whatever. I think this would have been important to the story, but it just ends abruptly before any sort of plot with these 2 characters could have really started. Thank God though, I didn't want to see that kind of shit. The creator just realized how bad this comic was and stopped working on it. Anyway though, Demon Child's character seems to be someone who's violent. Like literally everyone in this comic, like I said before, and carefree. That's killed because after this page, they just lust over Skullboy the entire time as soon as they freaking see them. Now there are 2 characters, one of them I didn't talk about because I fucking forgot about them until I saw him on screen. I just lust over the protagonist. The same protagonist that shows absolutely no likable traits unless looking hot to them is a likable trait. I don't fucking know. The art style is basically a copy of another shitty webcomics art style, VG Cats, which I might talk about later since I want to make this a thing on my channel. You know, I try to branch out my content and stuff. But back to the main topic, it's more apparent in the old version, which I can't find. But in the remaster, you can still kind of see it. More about the actual story itself. It makes no sense. So many things just happen, like when Psycho Kid ate the Legos and went crazy after it was mentioned, eventually leading to his sister LDG doing brain surgery on him for some reason. I thought that things that were ingested don't regularly change how your brain works forever, especially Legos. Or when an explosion happens near Skullboy's backyard and he doesn't react, and this changes absolutely nothing. I would think that he would be worried that his house would be caught on fire if the grass was dry enough for the fire to spread or something like that, but no, he doesn't react to this at all. He doesn't even look over at it, I'm pretty sure. I guess it's in character, but still, this would directly affect him if his house was caught on fire, because if it was, he would be homeless. And I want to talk about the abrupt ending. It ends with Demon Kid annoying the shit out of Skullboy, and then that's it. That is literally it. I cannot tell you how fucking annoyed I was when I saw that this was the last page. I would have been happier with an actual ending, no matter how trash it would have been. But this is the worst way to end anything, to just not have one. Literally anything could have happened next, but I assume that the creator making this became self-aware and never wanted to touch this piece of garbage again. In short, this webcomic is trash and has lame characters with shitty names. It starts off in some of the worst ways possible by instantly showcasing the main character's major issues and having an abrupt and sudden ending that isn't even some sort of cliffhanger. I linked it in the description, but I still suggest that you don't read this trash. Reading this is a waste of time, so don't. Goodbye.